Welcome to Fly Fish Live Series 2. Here are your 8 competitors for the World Final. Representing Australia, Tom Jarman. Representing Sweden, Jonas Olsson. Representing Ireland, Mark Driver. Representing Ireland, Sean Maher. Representing Ireland, Tom O'Connor. Representing the USA, Noah Shapiro. Representing the USA, Danny Sizek. Representing the USA, Kirk Lewis. These 8 men will battle it out for the title of Fly Fish Live World Champion. Good luck, guys.
All right, g'day guys. Welcome back. It's world final time, and this is the start of the whole thing. Game 1, we have Sean Maher. Will be fishing to try and set a target for Danny Sizek to try and beat. So Sean versus Danny, and match 1. Sean's down there at the river ready to go. But let's just check out the matchups for the actual world final. So we've got Noel Shapiro up against Tom O'Connor. We've got Sean Maher up against Danny Sizek. And then we've got Jonas Olsson up against Kirk Lewis. And we've got Mark Driver, who was up against Tom Jarman. But Tom Jarman had to withdraw, which luckily for Mark Driver has pushed him straight through to the second round. So today we've got Sean Maher down at the river, and he'll be trying to set a target for Danny to beat. So let's cross down over to Sean right now. He's ready to go. Are you there, Sean?
Yeah, here, Josh. How's it going?
Good, mate. How's the river looking down there at the moment?
Yeah, it's looking good. The sun is coming in and out, so hopefully the sun will shine for a while.
So you've had a bit of high water lately, I've heard. So the river's at a good height now?
Yeah, they're coming down nicely, yeah.
Have you got any expectation of numbers? Have you got any numbers in your head that you're aiming for?
I don't know, Josh. I don't know. I really don't. We just do the best we can. We get the first one. We'll see where we go from there.
Awesome, mate. Can you give us an idea of what you're using, or are you going to keep that a secret till the end?
No, just a double nymph setup. Both silver beads. So,
all right,
that's what I'm using at the moment.
Nice. Well, good luck, mate. And your cameraman, you've got Dave Donovan down there, I believe.
That's right.
I'm here, Josh. Nice talking to
you. Welcome back, Dave. Professional cameraman. All right, Shawnee. Well, let's get straight into it. So you got one hour to catch as many as you possibly can, and I'll count down from 5, and then the siren will go, and your time will start. So we ready? So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go. All right, Shawnee's off. So Dave, have you got any idea how Sean's going to go? Do you have any numbers that you're expecting from Sean today?
Yeah, high teens. We're kind of saying the high teens.
High teens.
Yeah, we're hoping. We did a little bit of practice downriver a while ago, and Sean had 8 in about a half an hour.
Okay.
So we're hoping for the high teens.
Where is he actually fishing at the moment?
We're in Thomastown, County Kilkenny, on the River Nore.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's up a little bit high. It's up about a foot or 2 from summertime levels, but the fish are really on the margins. Sean won't be getting into the river much, only fishing the margins. It's very strong out midstream, but look, it's a case of finding him. You know, after a while, he'll find a little pod and hopefully pull him out.
From you're an experienced man in the fly fishing world. When the rivers are like this, is it best to fish the banks or?
Yeah, the fish. I mean, they tend to look for the the lighter water, so they're not using too much energy. And um, it's just again we're targeting smaller fish, so they're going to be on the margins as well. There's bigger fish out the heavier water, but we're just looking for, as you say, we're looking for numbers now. Small fish we'll be happy with them.
You can as long as that you can tell everyone what you saw not long ago.
Yeah, just right across the river, just before we came live. There was an otter over there, and he had a fish, and I'm not joking. He must have been well over a pound weight. There was a good battle on for about 30 seconds there. We were watching him. It was great. Yeah.
Well, one less for Shawnee to target.
Yeah, well, it's not a good thing when there's an otter in there before you. But Sean is a bit of an otter himself. He knows when he starts finding him, he'll get him.
Now, as is it all open like that? How much?
Yeah, it's a nice piece of water. It's the only thing is it can get fished here pretty heavily. It's an area that it's right next to our community local sports area. So there's always someone down here walking dogs or swimming, and so it can get beaten up kind of quick. But it is a good area for fish. There's plenty of fish here.
Let's hope Shawnee gets onto one soon. So what happens if it's a draw? If Danny catches the same amount that Sean does, it'll come down to who caught the first fish
Okay.
fastest. So Shawnee's 3 minutes into the match at the moment. Do you think he's going to stick with those beads the whole hour, Dave? Or do you think?
He's got confidence. He's using two silver beads. I think they're 3 mil and 2.5, something like that. I'm surprised he's not after meeting a few there already, but sometimes it's very thundery weather here at the minute. We're getting like little flashes of thunderstorms, and it's very hot, and so the fish are kind of stuck to the bottom. But hopefully they'll turn on there now again soon.
Come on, Shawnee.
Oh, don't worry, you'll find them.
So from you fished the USA as well, Dave. Is that correct?
Yeah, I spent a bit. Well, not too much. I spent a bit of time out there when I was younger. Didn't do much trout fishing, but just as a young fella going down to the small rivers with a jar of worms and did a bit of fishing that way. But fish on for Sean.
Fish on for
Fishing
Sean.
Fishing in it.
Fishing the net. So Shawnee's caught his first one 4.5 minutes in.
Well done, Sean.
On the board. So if it's a draw, Danny's got 4.5 minutes to get one to win. Couldn't quite see the size. How big was that one, Dave?
No, maybe 20 centimeters, a little less,
Yep.
maybe. Couple rising over there. The far side are jumping, but not this side.
This sort of a match is it a good move to go to dries, or are you best to stick to nymphs in your experience?
Yeah, no, this system, Josh, I think it's nymphing is kind of quicker. If you go on dries, believe it or not, it takes a lot of time. If you go on dries, believe it or not, smaller trout will just swallow the dry fly, and you'll have to go with forceps, and it takes time releasing them. And whereas the nymph is only barely stuck in their lip most of the time, and it's a quick release. Everything is done. I mean, you saw how fast Sean had that fish in the net and back in the water again. No problem to the fish. Whereas dry flies, a little bit tougher on the fish, I think.
We've got Tom O'Connor online. So come on, Shawnee boy. And he
Yeah,
said
Thomas practicing.
he's out there practicing, getting ready for his match.
Yeah.
He said it's very tough everywhere at the moment.
It is, yeah. All the rivers are fishing tough.
We've got Matthew Senix on there from Canada. Matthew, we've got Shawnee's going to be playing against Danny Sizik from the USA. So Shawnee's fishing his 1 hour and setting a target for Danny. And then Danny's got 7 days to get out there and try and beat Shawnee's score to move through to the next round. So for the world final, these first rounds, it's going to be one person fishing and not fishing at the same time.
Fish for Sean.
Fish
in the net.
Fish in the net. Moves up to 2. How much time, Dave, would you expect to sit there once you catch one? Would there be others in the exact same spot, or just move up once you've caught one?
You can find pods. You can find little pods of 2 and 3 trout. Little indentations in the bed of the river. It might only be 4 foot square, but there might be like a little 6-inch indentation in the bed of the river, and you can have 5 or 6 trout lying inside in that. But because the rivers, like, we're only kind of coming into they've been so high all the year, we haven't really figured out where these holes are yet, or it's only the start of our season.
And with the pods of trout you got over there, is it come down to what size fish you catch? Like if it's a small one, more likely to be a lot more like a school on there.
Yeah, the smaller trout, they're just more aggressive. They just kind of attack it the first thing they see, and they get there before the big ones, especially in the margins. But again, if we're pleasure fishing, we're probably out in the deeper water catching bigger fish. But it's gone very funny. Shiny fish on for Sean.
Fish on for Shawnee.
Fish in the net.
Fish in the net.
Well done, Sean.
Moves up to 3. We've got Matthew Senix come on here. He said, pick one fish out, and usually you'll scare the school out. Is that how it is over there, Dave?
Well, our rivers here, they're not as clear as, well, we say the continent rivers. We don't have mountain snow and stuff like that. Our rivers are kind of peat stained, so you can get away with pulling out a couple into one area. Especially if they're on the feed, but there's no fly life today. There's nothing really rising much. It's not. Look, he's on the board, and we're picking him off. So,
yep,
high teens. I'm hoping for high teens.
He's a bit of a dark horse, old Shawnee. I think.
Yeah, Sean underestimates himself. He likes to stay quiet, but don't worry. He's one of our top anglers here in Ireland. Like, he has been for a while. He can do it on the big occasion. He's that type of fella. I think he may have dropped one there, but I'm not sure.
Do you know what size rod he's got?
Yeah, he's using a Syndicate 10-foot pipeline. Very popular rod here in Ireland now. Nearly everyone seems to be using them. Yeah, it's a great rod. It's a 2-weight. Using 6X today. Sean likes his 7X. fluorocarbon, but he's using 6 today because the water is a bit stronger and he's probably get away with it today. Yeah, it's the bed of the river here is very snaggy, a lot of rocks and moss and algae growing on the rocks. So you have to get your drift really, really right, and your bead, the weight of your beads, you have to get them, you have to get them pretty exact.
Matthew said he's never used a 2-weight in his rod in his life.
Who's that?
Matthew Sennick. He's over in Canada.
Oh, well, yeah, in Canada, you're not going to use a 2-weight. No.
You won't stop anything over there with a 2-weight, will you?
Yeah. Yeah, no, you got big fish out there. I mean, a big fish here would be, if Sean was to get something in and around, I don't know, maybe 34 centimeters would be good, maybe a pound and a bit.
Is there salmon in that river?
Believe it or not, yes, there was two salmon jumped downstream about an hour ago while we were getting ready. No, they wouldn't be as big as the Canadian salmon, but one was, might have been in, maybe just over 10 pounds. Another one maybe 6 or 8. But we're not too far above the tidal water here. Maybe the tide might be 6 or 7 miles downriver. So if you get fish here, they're going to be nice, fresh condition fish salmon,
What's Shawnee's chances with a 2-weight if one of them take it?
It's been done. Believe it or not, it's been done. So
it might eat his time up though.
Yeah, it's not.
So
it would eat up the hour. It wouldn't be long eating up his hour on the clock.
Matthew's asking, are they tungsten beads he's on?
Yeah, silver tungsten, slatted tungsten, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's a lovely spot down where he is there. I'm surprised he's not picking up trout there. It's unbelievable. So he's beginning to wonder himself.
So how much practice has he been able to have? Because the rivers have been flooded over there for quite some time.
Yeah, but it's not easy. People, Sean works 5 days a week, and then you get your Saturday and your Sunday. I mean, the evenings are only getting longer now, so maybe from here on you might get in a bit of practice. Plus, we got our national championships next Saturday, so practicing for that is so much different than practicing for this. So, but yeah, we try and get out at least once a week.
Does this sort of time game like this, does this help with your national championships over there?
No, it's completely different. It actually makes it worse.
Does it?
Sean doesn't like the system at all. Sean he's noted for being extremely slow. He just dissects the river and it pays off for him. But this speed fishing, he enjoys it. Don't get me wrong. It's fishing, but no, it's a different game altogether. The speed fishing. I mean, Sean is probably after walking the length of one of our beats already. If we were having a competition, he's after doing over 100 yards already, which would be the length of a beast in some rivers. But again, only fishing the margins. Fish on, good fish.
Fish on for Shawnee.
Yeah. In the net.
Fish in the net.
Sean.
It's not a bad start. 4 in first 15 minutes. He's on target. He's on target for your high teens, mate.
Yeah, well, yeah, and that was disappointing down there. Plus, just some nice water up ahead of him. He didn't really start in the exact good spot, but the sun didn't kind of go in there for a while. We prefer the sun shining. It brings out the smaller fish on.
Fish on for sure.
Last.
Matthews said he'd love to catch a salmon over there in Ireland.
Yeah, well, you're not going to catch him in Ireland unless you get to Ireland. Yeah, there's Yeah, the runs of salmon aren't as good as they used to be. But they're still not. They're still pretty good. But there was a time when you were guaranteed a salmon. You know, if you spent out and out for the day, you could get 2 or 3. But no, not anymore.
Yeah, Matthew's asked another good question. What type of net is Shawnee using, and how does he hang it off him, like to get it in that position?
Yeah, he's just got an Arvis heavy duty zinger on the back, and I'm not sure if they're making it. It could be, I think it's a Snowbie from here, Snowbie or Grays. I'm trying to see it from there, but it's either a Snowbie or a Grays net. But it's on an Arvis zinger on his back. Now, if you can zoom in there a little bit, maybe I can. No, I'd say I'm at my maximum.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you can see out there, I mean, it's a pretty strong river today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, before the match, before we connected, was Shawnee talking any numbers? Was he nervous or?
Sean doesn't show nerves. We might do a bit of a move here now up along. It's getting a bit heavy. Oh, fish on.
Fish on?
Lost
him?
Yeah.
Is that 2 he's dropped now?
Yeah.
Danny will be back there watching this. Wonder if he's getting a bit nervous. It was a good start from Shawnee, but it's still pretty cold winter over in over where Danny is, I believe.
Yeah. How much time has gone, Josh?
There's 42 minutes left.
Okay. 40 minutes left, Sean. I'm have to take a bit of a tumble. Oh. Now there's some nice water here. I'll be expecting 1 or 2 out of this.
And for those that don't know Ireland that well, but mainly just brown trout in there, isn't it?
Yeah, it's all brown trout. We don't have any rainbows or grayling or anything like that in Ireland. No hybrids, just all brown trout. Wild, we're not allowed to stock our rivers. They're all wild. Years gone by, they did have hatcheries in each river, but not anymore. But it's nice out there. I'm surprised he's not meeting one there.
I can see Matthew said what colour nymphs and who ties them? Is he getting off Peter Driver?
Yeah, he's just, as I said, silver beads, but I think he's like a chartreuse butt colour on the tail. But kind of hare's ear pattern. Nothing exceptional.
No. Shawnee ties his own flies.
Yeah, he ties. Yeah, Sean is a very good fly tire. Yeah, he's stuck on the bottom there. He's trying to get above it. He's got it off, I think.
And for
it's a lovely piece of water up along there.
It looks really nice up there.
Yeah, actually, this is the same place that I fished the fish coin competition last year when I don't know what was it, a semi-final or something like that. So it is a good, it is a pretty good spot, and there's good phone reception here. That helps. I think I fished against Corey Scott, the New Zealand guy.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I actually fished here.
You won that one, didn't you?
Yeah, well, Corey, in fairness to him, he was catching monsters compared to my little fish, but I did have a lot more than him. But that,
He
I
was
think
fishing
Corey expected that too.
Was he out of season too, or end of season? I can't quite remember.
Yeah,
But
I think it was winter time for Corey, and it was our springtime. It was our prime time. But it's a lot higher today. I mean, that same day I was able to get over to the far side. Sean won't be able to do that today at all.
and when it's fast like this, for people watching that trying to learn a little bit from you guys, what are you sort of looking for on the river there? Like, you looking for that
Yeah,
white water, or are you looking for?
yeah. That's you can see there. Sean is targeting the soft water there behind the rocks.
Yep.
There's like little eddies and back eddies and little places that fly life and gammarus and all little shrimps and all these things get held up, and the trout are lined up there waiting to feed off of them. But they don't seem to be doing it today too much. Plus the river is really dropping. You can even see that the grass is kind of, it's the river was out in the grass. So Sean is a bit of a tangle at the minute.
Now, I've seen competition people undo tangles before. Is it something you competition people practice, because you whip those knots out very, very quickly?
Sorry, Josh, I didn't hear that. The power of the water is strong here.
I've seen you competition guys out having to untangle knots and stuff like that. Is that something you guys practice? Because I'll tell you what, you guys can.
You try not to practice it. I hate practicing taking out things. No, you don't. You don't really practice it now, but you get plenty of practice without looking for practice. Yeah.
I've also seen some videos, and Noah Shapiro, who's over there, who's actually in the world final fishing for USA. He's been doing a bit of practice, or I've seen him practice before, flinging like socks into the net, like practicing catching fish into the net. Is that a big thing that you guys practice?
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, yeah, netting a fish is an art form. I mean, it's not something you take for granted. You have to have your net position right. Even I could use a different net system for different types of rivers. If I'm in a big river and I'm way out wading very deep, I tend to have the handle of my net up over my shoulder. Whereas if I'm fishing shallower water, I could have it like Sean has, or maybe hanging off my hip.
Yeah.
So the depth of the water you're fishing could have a huge bearing on the way that you would carry your net.
And in water, especially like this fast, for people watching that want to learn a bit as well, is you got to try and keep the fish above you, don't you?
Yeah. Well, again, with the smaller fish, if you get a big fish, you try not to let them go too far below you, because if they get into that fast, powerful water, even a 30-centimeter fish is, when you're using such light gear, Sean is probably using Duhaku 18301s, which are a light hook. So if those fish get below you, they're going to either straighten the hook or you pull out of them. So you do have to, if you hook them above you, by the time you get them down to you, you'd want to have the net ready. God, I can't believe there's no fish in there. But I think Sean practiced here the other day, and he said that was a poor area as well. But it looks better than what it is.
How much time, from your experience, would you, like, if you haven't pulled one out of there for say 5 minutes, would you move a fairway up the river, or would you just keep slowly working the water?
Well, yeah. In this competition, it's just take a couple of casts and keep walking. I mean, just keep covering water in every cast. Keep different There's no point in putting the bead into the same place 3 times. If he wants it, it's there. If he doesn't, move on. You know, and that would be the same case even in a regular competition. Yeah, I'm just so surprised he's not meeting anything there. It's starting to rain here a little bit now.
Do you find in Ireland, like with cloud cover, does that play a big part over there, or
Sorry, Josh?
with cloud cover and stuff like that with the weather?
Oh, yeah.
Does that play a big part in Ireland?
Yeah, believe it or not, well, it depends against, when I'm nymphing, I prefer the sun shining. If I'm on wet flies, I prefer cloud cover. Don't ask me why, it just seems to work better for me anyway. But no, I like the sun shining. It doesn't bother me at all. But you know, today is a nice day now. I'm surprised now he's not meeting more. He should be more productive than that. And he's coming into some good, what we consider now the best of it up here. I was hoping he'd have a few by there.
Yeah, we're coming up close to the halfway mark, and he's still on 4. There's 32
Okay.
and a half minutes to go.
Okay.
Who's your
Fish on.
fish on?
Just, it's a good fish. Well done, Sean, in the net.
Fish in the
Nice
net.
one. It's a good trout, about 32 centimeters. You know, he's one of those good brownies that we have here in Ireland. Half an hour gone, Sean.
Yep. 31 minutes to go.
Fish on.
Fish on.
Nice. In the net. Well done, Sean.
Oh, in the net. 6. Good job. We've seen in these matches before how quickly scores can go up.
Yeah, you can. As I said, Sean just made a little pod there now. There's probably 3 or 4 little fish in there. They're pretty good fish now, those ones. If you can get 4 or 5 of them, you know, you bring up the numbers kind of quick. And I don't know if Danny has been on to you there, but I'm just wondering, is it the east coast of America Danny's fishing?
Yeah, he's up in Pennsylvania, up towards New.
Very good. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, up that side. Up the east side, isn't it? Yeah. Tom's jumped on. He said fish are just not not on the feed at the moment, waiting for the good hatches to arrive.
Yeah. Our mayfly is starting to come up in some of our lakes here in Ireland. Locked out now, you know, it's kind of everyone drops everything. They don't go to work, or they don't go to mass, or they don't go to church, or they don't go anywhere. As mayfly is up, but yeah, it's just starting to hit here now.
And for anyone that wants to go to Ireland fishing, what's the best month?
Fish on.
Fish on.
Fish in the net. Well done, Sean.
Fish in the net for Sean. Yeah, what's the best month to head over there, Dave? For anyone that wants to go to island fishing, never been before.
Yeah, well, obviously the month of May. Month of
Yeah,
May is good. You know, you get the proper weather here. It's not, and May has been exceptionally good here in Ireland for the last number of years. Seems to be our best summer. Our summer comes in May lately. But yeah, May, anytime in May, June. Fish on for Sean.
fish on for Sean.
Well on, Sean, in the net. Well on.
Fish in the net. Score is 8. There's 28 minutes to go. And from memory, I remember some of the last matches that Danny did. I'm pretty sure he was around the 13 to 15 sort of mark. So I believe this match could come down to the wire.
I believe it, yeah, and they're the best. They're the best matches. I mean, that's what you expect. I mean, I'm sure. I don't know Danny, but I'm sure he has to be a good angler. I mean, so you know, they're the numbers you have to guess. If you're competing in any kind of competitively in any competition, you have to set yourself a target of what you can do when you're practicing. I mean, if you have to at least do as good as what you can do when you're practicing. So I mean, like when I said Sean should be getting the high teens there earlier on, he should. I mean, and Sean knows that. I don't have to, you know, Sean knows what his capabilities. But it's a three-dimensional sport. It's one of the only sports that, you know, you're relying on a third party to help you out. And sometimes the trout just don't want to take part.
He's fishing back at the bank in really shallow water there.
Yeah, but believe it or not, it's very shallow there, but it kind of comes into a deeper hole here. But yeah, he's got about what is he left shot, Josh? About 25 minutes.
Yeah, he's got 26 and a half minutes to go.
Okay. Yeah, there's one or two starting to jump now behind where he fished. You know, right behind him. So where he caught those two quick fish, there's one or two rising in there now.
We've got Brian Larkin replied to Tom O'Connor, said depends on what river you're on. At the moment, some rivers are on fire right now over there.
Yeah, the river shore, I believe, is really, really good at the minute. But the phone reception is crap.
Yeah.
So, but
Yeah.
it's fishing its socks off. Our juvenile competition was on up there last weekend. And congratulations to Adam. I can't. He had was it 19 fish in the morning session and 6 in the afternoon, which is great for one of our juveniles. Yeah.
Nice.
I just got a pop up on my phone. I think Man United have gone up a goal. Sean is in the fish.
Fish on.
Well done, Sean. Fish in the net.
Fish in the net.
Oh, 25 minutes left, Sean. Gotta get a bit of a different view here for you guys to see. Maybe get above him.
Yep. It looks like he's coming up some real nice stuff over.
Yeah, there's a nice little right behind that rock. Sean is expecting to get one or two there, so I don't want to get too close. But let's see.
Now with trout, Dave, from your experience, when they're aggressive, are they like can you stir them up when you're like splashing through the water? Will they still take, or do they just
well some
away?
Some people have theories. You know, everyone has their own way of thinking and their own theories. I mean, I know Peter Driver, for instance. He likes to come up behind the fish for Sean,
Fish on.
But Peter Driver likes to, what he calls corralling the fish. He can move fish up along in front of him, and if there's if he knows that there's a deep hole in front of him, like a bridge or something like that, he's got a double. It's a double.
It's a double.
A double. He landed one.
One in the net.
Yeah.
Moves him into double figures.
Well done, Sean.
He's on 10, 23 minutes left.
Yeah, he should be like high teens is looking a little bit doable now. But yeah, just getting back to the fish. Can you store them up? And yeah, sometimes you can. You don't want to spook them. You want to catch that first couple of fish. Sometimes they're just aggressive takers. They're just instinct taking. But after a while, you can store them up and maybe come back to that area again, and they're in a different area on a different lie, and they might catch them the next time.
I see Shawnee he's going up the river. Do you ever fish downriver?
Not nymphing, no. If you're swinging wet flies, you'll be downriver.
Yep.
You might let your nymphs swing down behind you on occasion. I find it works good. I fish out farm a lot now, and it does work for rainbows and maybe grayling and stuff like that. But I never say never, but no, I don't fish below me too often. I think he dropped him there. He left an F-bomb out of him there, so.
If anyone out there is watching and hasn't got the Fish Coin app yet, you can challenge yourself to a 1 hour game and see how you go against Shawnee's score.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah.
It's a free app, free download, free to play, and it's a timed match, either 30 minutes or a 1 hour game. And you just take the photo of a fish when you catch it and keep cracking on, and the app will give you a score for that fish. It'll be interesting to see how many get out there and have a go, see who can beat these
20 minutes, Sean.
20
minutes left.
Yep.
You're doing fine.
Yeah, so stay tuned for Danny's match as well. He'll be fishing within 7 days of Shawnee to try and beat Sean's score. So tune in on our socials for that match. We just had a message from Matthew Senek. He's actually the global leader on the Fishcoin app at the moment. He said someone can challenge him today. He'll be on the boat. He's chasing salmon, so stick it into him.
Sean's just gone behind that rock. He was really hoping for one or two right there. I mean, that's a lovely hot spot there. We were really hoping to get one or two out of that place. Yep, he's in him. Just as I said it. In the net.
Fish in the net.
Well done, Sean. Yeah, we were hoping to get one there. If we didn't get one there, I'd be disappointed.
Now over there, Dave, the fish like to get behind like logs and stuff in the water, or they.
Yeah, it's just they have their own lives. No matter, like, they always come back to the same place. I mean, again, we all have our little. That's river craft, river knowledge. You get to know areas, from experience and going to the same places all the time and practicing. And you get to know by the way the water is moving. If it's a lie, or is it sometimes It's not a lie. You think it is, but it's. Um, but again, it's trial and error. You have to put your nymph in there. It only takes literally 2 or 3 seconds. Put your nymph in there, take it out again. If he's there, he's there. If he's not, move on. But that's a bit strong now. I was hoping he'd get 2 in that spot now, but he didn't. But it's getting hot here now. It's supposed to get up to around 17, 18 degrees today. Don't ask me what that is now in Fahrenheit, but it's hot. Fish on.
Fish on.
Lost.
Lost him. What sort of water temperature do the fish sort of get to be really active?
I was hoping you wouldn't ask me one of those technical questions. I don't know. I'd be guessing. All I know is it's not freezing.
Yeah.
I guess I'm not sure, Joe. I'd say it'd be around 12, 13 degrees at a guess now, but I wouldn't be. I really don't know. As I say, we don't get our water temperature doesn't fluctuate too much in Ireland because we don't get snow and really cold winters. Our rivers don't flood. Just there's a fish right after jumping right at Sean's feet, right next to him. It's hard to believe now where that fish jumped. Even Sean took 2 steps backwards to see if he could catch him.
I'm not sure if we've got a rule yet about if one jumped next to him and caught in the net without hooking it.
No, I don't think that would work.
You got 16 and a half minutes to go. He's on 11.
16 minutes, Sean, left.
Looks very shallow there.
It is, but I think he lost from there a few seconds ago, but you have to give it a go. You have to just, as I said, it's only 30 seconds, but if he's there, sometimes they tend to take it faster in the shallow water. Yeah.
In this sort of a game, Dave, from your experience in your matches, would you rather fish first or know the score you have to beat?
Truthfully, Josh, I prefer the way you did it last year when you had both guys fishing at the same time. It's just, I just feel it. But I mean, I think going second is probably an advantage. Well, yes and no. I mean, you like to put pressure on the other guy as much as you can, catch a few fish, and I think I don't know how Danny's feeling at the minute, but Sean is. I think you said he's at 11.
Yeah.
I like that could be a great number. It could be a tough number. I mean, Tom O'Connor was in the 50s last year, and some of the, there was other sessions where guys struggled and were getting 3s and 4s. So you just don't know. You've nothing to go by. It's have to just wait and see.
Yeah. Tom's just come on and said Sean's a favourite for our provisional next Sunday.
Yeah, it could be. Yeah. Well, it's going to be potluck with the draws and who gets what water. And yeah, look, we'll have to wait and see. Yeah, there's 50 anglers, so there's 50 very good anglers. So we'll just have to wait and see.
So he's got 13 minutes and 20 seconds to go.
13 minutes left, Sean.
Can he get to 15? And you were saying, Dave, May's obviously one of the best months to get over there. Is that for rivers and lakes?
Yeah, pretty much. Well, again, lakes can be good in September, the end of the season.
Yep.
When you get it depends on our weather. It really does. I mean, the Irish weather is unpredictable, as you all know, but you get the great mayfly hatches, you get our sedge hatches. It depends on which lake you go to. I mean, at the moment now, Loch Derg is fishing. The mayfly is up in Loch Derg, but not really up yet on Loch Carr or Mask. And then when the mayfly is finished in Loch Derg, it's not really much good anymore. But then the Carr then comes into its own. The buzzer fishing is kind of, well, that's nearly finishing off now. And but look, they have their own hatches. Sedge at Daddy Longlegs in September. I mean, everyone goes up for the daddies.
I was lucky enough to head over there this time last year and fish Corrib with Mark Driver, and we were buzzer fishing, and that was awesome. We caught like eight or 10 for the day.
Yeah, that's I tell you, that could be a good season. I mind a good day. 10 fish is good. Like, that's very good. Yeah, I saw that video. You had you had it up on YouTube there. That fish you were catching were a beautiful fish.
I'll tell you what, they fight. I thought I had a bigger fish on, but
yeah, he's gone. There was a crane there, a heron sitting on the rock there, picking off a few fish there earlier on. So Sean is going to move up here a little bit, I think.
He's going to go up above that. He's got 11 minutes left.
11 minutes, Sean. You're doing fine.
And Tom O'Connor said, Dave, he said, sorry, he meant you're the favourite for next Sunday.
Yeah. I think Tom is after having a few Irish whiskies. Yeah, there's nice water up here, but unfortunately the clock is running low.
With matches like this we've seen in the past is how important is it for to time manage your beat? Like before your match, would you sit there and say, I'm going to spend 5 minutes here and 5 minutes?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, even no matter what match you're fishing, be it one of your fish kind matches or any kind of a championships, you try and get to your beat as quickly as possible, and walk through the beat. Really try and grasp what kind of water you have in front of you, what method you're going to use. Maybe just make some adjustments, because all the theories go out the window when you see your beats. Sometimes you have where you're practicing and where you're actually fishing can be completely different, and weather conditions can change from hour to hour. So yeah, it really helps to get to your beat as early as possible.
And would you start off?
Fish on. Nice fish. Nice one. Another 30-centimeter fish. Fish in the net. Well done, Sean.
Fish in the net.
That's 12, Sean. You're doing good.
Dave, would you start at the best spot on the river, or would you sort of save that towards the end,
Um,
or what you consider the best
yeah,
spot?
yeah, that can depend. It depends on how long your beat is. If you feel that you can, sometimes yes, I would start in the very best spot and work my way up, and maybe most sessions are 3 hours long, and after an hour and a half, then of fishing the not so good water, go back to the good water again, and they can be back on again. It can actually be better the second time because you get to know the lie of the water and you read it better. But yeah, it depends on the length of the beat. If it's a short beat, then I'd start to the bottom and walk up ever so slowly.
Yep.
But normally you start to the bottom and walk up. That would be normal.
8 minutes to go. He's on 12.
8 minutes, Sean.
I do believe this is going to be a pretty competitive number at the moment.
So more than likely, Danny will be on next weekend. I'm just wondering what the weather conditions are on in Pennsylvania at the minute. Is it?
Yeah,
Do you know anything about it?
So I'm not sure what day Danny will be fishing yet, but Danny will give us a minimum of 3 days notice, and he's going to try and fish his match within 7 days of Shawnee. So it's within 7 days of this match. So we're hoping to get that match out on the socials within the next couple of days.
Okay.
Then he sent Sean in to fish first. That was his tactic. And Noah actually won his coin toss, and he decided to fish first. He's the only one that decided to fish first out of everyone else sending everyone in first. So it'll be interesting to see how that goes.
Yeah, I think Tom O'Connor is going second. So, I just think it helps to know what the other guy has. But again, it puts the other guy under pressure. So we'll have to wait and see. Yeah. Fish on for Sean.
Fish on for Shawnee.
No, I think it's the bottom. Rockfish.
They're always good fun. And for anyone wanting to go to Ireland to fish, Dave, what's the best sort of? Is there a best sort of area to fish, or are the rivers good all over? Or
Well, most of our rivers tend to be in the southern part of the country. We'll say the east coast and the southern part. The west of Ireland is known for its lakes. So if you want to go lake fishing, you tend to go to the west of Ireland, and if you want to go to the rivers, you go either to the east or down the southeast and the south of Ireland. Fish on.
fish on.
Fish, yep. Another good fish, actually, yeah. In the net. Well done, Sean. It's a good one. Whoa.
Matthew saying Josh Walker loves to catch the rockfish. All right, mate. Fish going up. It's game on.
Watch behind you now, Sean, at that tree. bed, Sean. Just trying to get another rod. Yeah, we call that. There's a beautiful stream over there. It's but it's on the far side of the river. It's just too hard to wade over and get out.
Yep.
How much time left, Josh?
He's got 3 minutes and 10 seconds.
3 minutes, Sean. One more. 2 more.
One or two more will make it very interesting.
Yeah, I think so.
Shawnee.
Number 13 could be. It's definitely going to be unlucky for someone. Fish on.
Fish on.
Fish in the net.
Fish in the net. Good job. He's got 2 minutes and 12 seconds.
2 minutes, Sean. Keep it up.
Can he get one more? One and a half minutes.
Fish on.
Fish on.
Fish in the net.
Fish in the net.
Well, Sean.
He's got to 15. Can he get one more?
Minute left, Sean. One more.
One minute to go. These last, if you can get one more, just to get that extra fish in the bag, that'll make it very tough for Danny, I reckon. Do you think he's got enough, Dave? Do you think he's got enough fish?
I really don't know. I mean, I know I don't know a lot about Pennsylvania, but I do know they like to stock their rivers in America. Whether Danny is going to be looking for wild brown trout or
30
what he's
seconds. Yep.
So look, it's just I don't know. It could be a great number. He mightn't be at the races. You don't know. I mean, as I said, Tom O'Connor had 50 last year. There's been 40s, there's been 30s. So 14. I think Sean was hoping. 10 seconds, Sean. 3 more casts.
If he hooks one, he's still got 2 minutes to land it. If he 3, 2, 1, that's game over.
Time. Well done,
Time's
Sean.
up.
Oh, bad.
Awesome effort. Well,
yeah, that's tiring water here. That's it's not easy. Fellas think it's easy there, but when you're fishing out here for a solid hour, it's the concentration levels people don't understand. As I always say, people think we're out fishing and sitting down, holding a fishing rod and having a great time. It's you have to be pretty fit and active. Well done, Sean.
Right, we'll wait till he gets up out of the water there and
Sean.
have a quick chat to him.
Hold on. There we go. We'll just get out of the river here, Josh, and we'll talk to you.
We'll just wait for you to get out of the river.
I don't want to drop the phone.
Great camera work there, Dave.
Oh.
That's a great effort from Shawnee. So Danny's got a target of 16, and if Danny actually gets 15, then he's got to catch his first fish within under 4.5 minutes, I believe it was. So if he scores a draw, Danny's got 4.5 minutes or just under faster to catch a fish to go through.
Yeah.
So we'll just wait for Shawnee to get up on the bank and we'll have a quick chat to him.
There's Sean with just a bit quick chat. So there you go, Josh. There's
Shawnee,
the man
mate.
himself.
Well done,
Josh, how's
Sean.
it going?
Good, buddy. How was you ended up with 15, mate? Are you happy with that score?
No, I should have had more, Josh. I pricked a lot of fish and kind of missed them, but maybe I should have come up to the top section of the beach a bit sooner. So you have to have a plan and go with it and see what happens.
Yeah, exactly. Well, mate, that's a great effort. 15. It's going to be quite a good target for Danny to try and beat. I do believe Danny's been fishing around 11 to 15 sort of fish in his previous matches. So this one I think is going to be a close one. So congratulations, mate. Well done. And
Thanks, Josh.
all the best. We hope to see you make it through to the second round. And we want to say a big thanks to Dave, the cameraman. Thanks for coming
No
down,
problem.
Dave. Awesome. All right, guys. Thanks for that. Shawnee, we'll stay tuned for Danny's matches coming up on our socials for over the next couple of days. And I'm sure you'll be watching, seeing if you'll get through.
Yeah, we'll have to look at that.
Awesome. Thanks, mate.
Thanks, Josh. Cheers.
Bye, guys.
Stay on the line. Stay on the line for us there, Dave. And Shawnee, we'll be with you in a second.
Okay.
All right, guys. Well, there you have it. Shawnee ends up with 15 fish, and Danny's got to get 16 to move through the second round. Like we said, if it's a draw, Danny will have to catch a fish, the first fish, faster than what Shawnee did. And I believe from memory, it was about 4.5 minutes into his match. So stay tuned on our socials over the next few days, and we will let you know when Danny's match will be, and it should be set up for a cracker. So thanks everyone for watching. Stay tuned and we'll see you soon.